if you don't face it, it's going to come get you.
Brittany's dad.
And it bothers me that people are destroying you.
Yes, sir.
So I do care about
Stay
you.
tuned. All right, welcome back to yet another episode of Claire Hair. We're doing part 2 of Love is Blind, the conclusion of Love is Blind season 10. So we're going to be doing the 3 couples today, Mike, Emma, Ashley, and Alex, and then Britt and Devontae, and that's going to be the end of that. I just want to thank you guys so much for supporting me on my shorts channel. We are growing on there. My goal is to get to about, I think we're at 120,000 views. I can't believe you guys are watching me. But thank you guys so much. Please watch Women's Week next week. I took a week off just to give myself some time to edit everything, but please watch Women's Week, especially with it mentioning friendship, so you guys can really know what time it is. So we're gonna go first is Mike and Emma. So Michael is one of the most mature person I've heard in a while. So he's basically, the reason why he said no to her at the altar was the fact that he said 2 days before they knew that each other were going to say no. So when Emma came and said, oh, actually, matter of fact, I actually can see myself marrying you. And he was thoroughly surprised by that, taken aback by, per se as well. And he felt as though if you can just switch it up like this, who knows if in 2-3 years you're going to say, hey, I don't want to have a kid anymore. Actually, just kidding, you know. And I love his maturity for it. Like, as someone who's 34, one thing I've learned about this time frame is just realizing that so many people have a tendency where they will change, they change a million times, you know, and you have to believe them the first time they speak about something. So if someone sits there at the beginning of the relationship says, I do not want children, or, oh, I don't believe in a woman staying at home during the first couple of years, or I don't believe in working this amount of hours, or I don't believe in cleaning up after myself, you have to listen. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, okay? You have to listen. So that's why they said no to it. That's why it was that ended up being a no. And then this part, so Mike is dating somebody. He's been dating, her name is Tara. She looks like a Tara. And they've been dating for 7 months. And like Emma's face when she saw Tara, because Tara was in the crowd. She was sitting next to Haramol. Haramol. And she was sitting next to him. First of all, Tara just looks like good credit. She looks like good credit. She looks like good credit. Dang. Okay, but it's just, my thing is, I know a lot of people are joking around about he needs to breed with somebody, but it has to be like, it's one of those, it's something that you really want. You have to be adamant about it. Anybody who I know, myself including, is happy with their life and truly happy with their life is someone who was not playing around when it came to saying what they want and saying it out loud and truly grasping for it and truly prepping for it and being able to receive it. So in that same regard, Mike said, hey, I want to be a father really bad. You know, I don't care about what everybody else got going on. I would like to be a father really, really badly. And I love the fact that he stuck to it. I love that. I love the fact that he stuck to it. Him dating Tara, and Tara looks like she's his equal. Like, it's like a soft smile, and it really shows. I love the fact that they showed that aspect as well, because people don't think that the person you're with can't ever be happy with anybody else. And then it's beautiful to show that when you have a good catch, there's still other fishermen out there who's looking for food. Okay, fisherwomen too as well, you know. So it really reminded us, when you have somebody who's really good, who's really just an overall good heart, you need to understand that you are going to have a lot of people. You're going to have a lot of people push back on you, you know. So I love the fact that he kind of kept it secret. I'm assuming he kept it secret because Emma looked surprised, you know. So truly, I feel like whenever you're in that infancy stage of a new relationship, you need to be in covering. You need to be in hiding so you can truly be in that secret place, truly be able to have that time to like have that budding romance. So I love that for them. Emma was like, oh, well, you know, I'm working through things and truly making sure that, you know, I work certain issues out. And I was like, I love that for her. I've always loved Emma's spirit, but like I said, she was not truly ready for marriage and definitely not kids yet. So we're going into Ashley and Alex. Alex already fighting. Before Nick Lachey before he speaks, Alex is already fighting. He was like, so what did you hear about me? Like, you know, he's so combative, just has such a spirit of offense about him. Anyways, I have on here that Alex finally found a barber, y'all. Anyways, but basically Alex comes in, he's just like, yeah, I was looking for a wife, but I didn't find any, you know. And something about that, just like at your big age, like I want to say he's 34, she's 33, they're around my age, you know. And there's just something so crazy about the fact that at that age to still be so stuck, such a plateau in development. I will always sit there and think, no one's ever stepped to you, huh? You feel me? Like I always think like, dang, like no one's ever really truly stepped to this person and told them like, hey, like you need to fix this aspect about yourself. But anyway, so Ashley makes her statements as well. Now there is a couple of rumors about what she was doing behind the scenes, but I'm only judging on what I was presented. I'm not a gossip artist. I'm not a gossip person. You know, I'm just going based off of what was presented. And so Alex is like, oh, well, you know, I just want to let you know you're objectively beautiful. To me, I feel like we're not talking about a science experiment. Like I have on pink lipsticks. It's the lipstick of a red light. You know, like, it's just like, it just felt like very, very HR approved. It didn't really feel like it was like a true, like she was breathtaking. So you have a beautiful smile, blah, blah. The altar speech, she ends up doubling down. Ashley ends up doubling down about how she meant everything she said in the altar speech. I did cut him off, but if I would have been rejected, I definitely would have felt more. I'd have been more destitute. I wouldn't have been able to go forward with the courage because I'd have been in my, my rejection spirit of like, I wouldn't have been able to truly step up and state and say what I was really feeling in that moment. So that in that aspect, I get where she's coming from, because a lot of the times you're so stuck, like you're so stuck in that mindset that you're forgetting, like, I need to be reacting, not just be sitting here. Like, not, I need to be putting something back. So I got that aspect. So fast forward, they show that Devontae and him, they're living in Arizona together. So I guess as a traveling soccer coach, they're going to Arizona where there is no grass. There's a dry land. Okay, I've been to Nevada. There's no grass. So I don't know where he's teaching soccer at. We don't know. But anyways, he moved in with Devontae, which we'll talk about him in a heartbeat. But yeah, definitely Ashley and Alex just gives me like once the lust ran out, like it's kind of like, it literally, to me, it felt like once the lust ran out, then things started taking a turn. And, she did notate about the fact that she has the wrong hair color, and he liked women who were more full figured and had brunette hair. And I was like, my thing is, and then my thing is that they did make a touch about, they make a touch point about how her father, the counselor daddy, Ashley's dad, Mr. Counselor Daddy, Ashley's dad, right? Did make a point about how he was very intrusive with his questions, and she said, oh, I wish he would just answered honestly instead of doing that. Which my thing is, I can't say in this aspect, Alex, Mr. Find a Barber now, he was correct, because my thing is, there's a difference between you're trying to separate colors when you're doing, when you're doing laundry, you separate colors. There's a difference between trying to separate colors and then just picking a half and then throwing that half out. There's a difference between the two, So I can't say from that one. I wish them both the best. Ashley, me personally, baby girl, beautiful, stunning, breathtaking. You have to check your self-esteem, okay? There's something there. Alex, me personally, whenever you're ready to come to grips that the soccer dream is over, and you can do other things. I feel like he's more like Vanessa Latchkey said it as well. Like one day you're gonna be an incredible man. I was like, I see it too. Okay. So our last couple is Britt and Devontae. Her father, I miss those. I miss, like, I truly miss, like, positive masculinity. There's just something about her father, like, I showed it at the beginning, but like something about her father, like I don't know. I don't know if it is the word. Like it's so beautiful. I love the way he said, "Did you lie to me?" You know, talking about, hey, like we gave you several different questions. Like it was really, really cool. The post interview when Devontae was saying, yeah, it was kind of creepy that she had already bought her wedding dress. She already bought her wedding dress, and that she was like his shadow, like she kept following him everywhere and, you know, being up under her. And they asked her, like, hey, Brittany, like, did you truly love him? I personally, I feel like at first she wasn't attracted to him, but then like as she started to, you know, connect the dots, because I can imagine, like, you know, you're between you and a wall, and like you finally see the person, so you connect their facial expressions, you connect their whole essence. Like I've been told myself that, like, cameras don't do me justice. Like being in my presence is a completely different compared to viewing me on the internet. And I thank you guys so much for that. But it's truly like being in this person's presence. Once you start getting used to it, then it makes sense. But just unequally yoked. She's very much physical touch, and he's words of affirmation. I have on here that there was a girls trip that happened, that the trip had Ashley, Bree, Priyanka, and then what's his name? Devontae was on the trip, and then Priyanka was like, yeah, well, I was gonna kick him out. I was like, first of all, when I go on a girls trip, y'all see my vlog trip, no boys allowed. Gross. As if. Okay. So my thing is, no one told her but Amber, and Amber found out from Jordan when they were together at the time. But I truly feel like Devontae has a particular type. You know, I did see a picture of his previous colleagues. I saw a picture of his previous colleagues, and I know it's a common motif. Okay. Anyways, but it was really crazy that Connor didn't know. He said, oh, I didn't know that he was on the trip, and he was like, it's not a problem for us. And I was like, I just feel like, Connor, blink at me twice, baby. We can get you out whenever you're ready. But I just feel like there was just too much there to unpack for them to ever go back. But him saying, we'll stay in touch, I was like, baby, that's like when you do an interview and it's like, yeah, we'll call you. Will you? Anyways, but the second aspect was that her dad was speaking. I'll let him talk a little bit. Go ahead.
Hi, Daryl.
So this is Brittany's dad, and I think he wanted to chime in on the situation.
Because if you don't face it, it's going to come get you. And it bothers me that people are destroying you. So I do care about you.
There were 2 or 3 of those questions, but that one.
Yeah, at the time, I truly thought I was, but I'm not.
Telling you that was, I don't like it too. Like, I am not a fan of you guys put, like, you don't know these people. Like, the editing floor, what is the video, like 15-20 minutes? Like, you don't know what got cut, what got cut and what got accepted. So you don't know what type of image. So anyways, but Devontae excitedly says, hey, I'm expecting a child and I'm engaged. And I'm just like, weren't you trying to make Brittany do a prenup? Also, the latchkey start asking questions that we need to know. He says, if you're in Arizona with Alex, if you're in Arizona and Barbara, and then you have a house in Ohio, where's the baby gonna live at? In Tennessee? Halfway through, the baby just staying in Tennessee at their own townhouse, right? But that already screams just shady, you know, because to me, the first 18 years, right? The first 5 years of your kid's life, you want to be in one location. You want to have a community to help raise this child. So it's giving you're engaged, your fiance is gonna raise a kid, and you're gonna be wild out in Arizona with your friend, your good buddy Alex, who can't keep his story straight. Okay, that's what that sounds like. I wish them the best, but definitely Brittany, keep on doing what you're doing. Devontae, this is not a good choice. Anyway, so all in all, my final thoughts on this season. Honestly, season 10 was more entertaining than season 9. I know, right? I was surprised because OH. I was like, Nicholas, please. Like with the OH Hio call, please, please, Nicholas, please. But I can say that it was more entertaining. I feel like they got to the point quicker. You know, I want Love is Blind to come and film in Florida. Stop being shy. You did 3 northern states back to back. You did Texas twice. You can't come to Tampa, or even if you say we're doing Sarasota, just come to Florida. We won't bite. You know, but not anymore. But I can say this was their most interesting season yet. I feel like in a while, like it definitely brought to bring everybody back from the last 10 seasons. And it's only been when was the panoramic? It was like 7 years ago. 7 years and 10 seasons. Like they've been working hard. Yeah, I got to give them their props on that. But I can definitely say, this is one of their better seasons. I feel like the editing was way much better. Less talk where talk wasn't needed, because I feel like, especially in Colorado, there was just a lot of just space filler. It was like, you don't got a space fill with content. Even if you learn anything from watching, Bridgerton gives us 8 episodes, and we just milk those episodes forever until they give us the next season. Okay, so you don't have to give us, for this preface for the next season, you don't have to give us that many episodes. You can give us like 6, 7 consolidated, really focused episodes, yes, but like to sit there and have like an episode that's like precursor to the wedding with no drama, and I was like, this was a waste of Wednesday for y'all. Like, this was a waste of film. Like, you give us 1 episode today to do what with? Is it moving the plot along? It's not. But I feel like I like the cast. I know the cast was crazy, but I really like the fact that the cast this season was, besides watching Vic and Christine, go ahead and log off for me, baby. Go ahead and log off. But I really like the fact that the cast was very diverse, and like what was, you know, so we have people who are atypically beautiful, and we have people who have kind of like a different type of beauty to them. Because I thought Jordan was handsome for the first time I saw him, but like, as you see his qualities more, I was like, wow. Connor was another one that I was like, you know what? As you see his qualities more, it became more beautiful. Christine, I thought she was beautiful. And then after getting her personality, I was like, oh my gosh, she's the most stunning woman I've ever met. It was just really cool to see how Chris, I thought it was cute. Ended up, we didn't like him. But like, I love the fact that it was just a lot of character development between everybody. I wish everybody the best. Thank you for sharing your love lives with us, because I know that's got to be hard to sit there and have to rule in public opinion about thoughts that we don't thoughts of others that are baseless. We don't know what's really going on, just what's been presented to us. So if you have a villain edit, you're going to be a villain. If you have a positive edit, you're going to be a positive edit, right? And it just to me overall, like, it just really showed how much we need shows like this to really show what is going on in the dating scene. Devontae was a perfect example of the dating scene. Alex was a perfect example of the dating scene. Devontae is that guy that you sit there and be in a situationship with for years, and then meet some girl at Publix. We live in the South. What do they have? Kroger's. Meet some girl at Kroger's, engages her, they get pregnant, they move in and have a whole family in 2 months, you know? And people like Alex, who at his big age still don't understand what time it is. We have people like Chris, who are indicative of men saying they want women to have their own and don't come for me for my money, but you don't have any money to come for. I loved it. I love it. Like, give me about 10 more seasons. You feel me? Like, and they will. But my thing is, I just wish that they would do ones, like have almost like a Love is Blind USA, where they actually go to each state instead of picking the same ones that they're afraid to, you know. I'm talking about Florida. All right. Florida has one of the highest populations. Even if they did Love is Blind New York, like, give us something, you know, but I don't know, look forward to Love is Blind 11. I also love the fact that like the sets are getting bigger. You know, the pods are still the same, even though the money has increased. But I don't know. I had a really good time watching this season. I don't know. I maybe because I personally am having a good time right now. But don't forget to subscribe, share. It's Claire here.